Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a wonderful day. Let's breathe in deeply as we settle down with our spine erect, shoulders loose and relaxed. Relax the neck and the face muscles. Today's chakra is the throat chakra. Place your palms covering the throat and just keep breathing in and breathing out. Energize your throat chakra. Feel your energy in the throat. Keep your eyes closed. The music is again for healing by Swami Ganapati Sachidananda and Dr. L. Subramaniam. Relax into the music and let the thoughts and feelings come and go as you energize your throat chakra. Allow your breath to go deeper into the body. If your palms want to remain at the throat, you can keep it there, or you may now keep your palms on your thighs open. Allow the body to breathe. To cleanse, energize, heal. And as the thoughts come, do not follow. Do not build on your thoughts. Just allow them to come and go. Slowly bring your palms together in a namaste. Bow down to yourself. Bow down to the universe. Wrap your palms, place them on your eyes and face, and slowly open your eyes. Relax, sit comfortably. And let's explore this topic of the throat chakra. The exploration is about expression. The throat chakra is about communication. And when we talk about communication, it's very interesting. It's not what you talk. The Visuddhi chakra or the throat chakra, it actually is about self-expression. Which doesn't mean, do I talk a lot or do I talk less? It's not about that. It's about being able to express yourself through whatever means. To be able to connect with what your inner needs are and to be able to actually talk about it or to express it in some way. So connection and expression. The throat is a very beautiful connector between the inner world and the outer world. And whereas all the other chakras are more about ourselves within, this center can actually create that balance in the external world also as well. So it's truly a very powerful energy center. Whereas the other centers supply energy to the other parts of the body, and then that part of that body has to act. Whereas here it's a direct action oriented energy center. Which is why many times this is the center that gets impacted as well. Because it's really in the line of fire all the time. And one of the ways that our previous generations advised to get the focus in the inner world and to get the focus and the concentration and the beingness of a person, they always said go into mauna, go into silence. Which didn't mean don't talk. I mean, of course, essentially it meant that. But it also meant allow the inner being to go silent. And find that connection within. Energizing the throat chakra or Visuddhi chakra is very important because we need to know, first of all, what is it that we want, and we also need to know the right form of expression, whether it is words or deeds. And the third thing that's dynamic and very important again is the timing. Are we aware of what we say, what we express, when? Just saying whatever you want to say, whenever you want to say it, is not openness, or it does not build trust. So, whole load of communication rests on the balance of this chakra. In my initial days of running training programs, I'm talking about 20 years ago, people used to call me and say, please, my people need a program, a training on communication. And in my initial days, it was very, very strange because I myself didn't know much about, doing a PPT or doing all this gadget-led communication. So I used to wonder, what are they asking me to teach? And am I really an expert at it? I myself don't know so many things about how technology works and how am I going to use that and stuff like that. And what are they trying to give me to deal with? But quickly after the first program, I understood, because then of course I ran the program through my own intuition and started getting the feedback from the people as to what they wanted and where they wanted to go. But it quickly taught me that people didn't want communication in the basis of skills and tools. People wanted to know truly what and how to communicate, what is there within them to the external world. So there are two parts to that. One is understanding what is there within you. The second part is the expression. And clearly it became the structure of the program to first find out what is there within you. What is it that you want to say? And then the next part is, how do you say it? When this distinction is not made and the filter is not applied and that pause and awareness is not there, we just go on blabbering. We just go on saying whatever comes to our mind, and it makes no sense to the other person. It helps truly to write first. Write because you want to say a million things and all of that does not make sense. You will actually remove 80% of what you have written because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't lead you anywhere. It doesn't take you to any place. Neither you nor the listener. So writing is one good filter for both Introverts and extroverts. I always say writing is a good filter. Write. For introverted people, for people who think inside and assimilate and create the material within, for them also writing is an expression. And for people who talk a lot, who need to communicate a lot, who need to extrovert a lot, whose energy comes from extroversion, that is connecting with people a lot, for them also writing is a good medium. So writing and journaling and actually putting your thoughts on paper is a very strong way of filtering what is it that is there within which wants to pour itself out. An exercise, a simple exercise that you can do is have an A4 sheet of paper in front of you and just randomly keep putting your thoughts, maybe in words also, just words, not big sentences, just words. Just keep putting all your thoughts randomly on that paper. And then circle those thoughts that make sense to you for this conversation. Whatever conversation you are going to have with whomever you want to have, circle only those words that make sense for that particular conversation. And then you sit down for that conversation. So 3 steps. First, you have already put all the words that come to your mind around this topic, around that conversation, around that person. The second step is you have circled those words which jump up at you for this particular conversation. Now you have that paper in front of you, then the person is also there in front of you. Now pick, based on this person's response, pick the words that really make sense for you to thematically describe whatever you want to express to this person. And you will see that it has the desired impact. It's not about your intention, it's about the impact that it creates. We all have a lot of good intentions, but it's not about intention, it's about the impact you want to create in that other person's mind. Many times our intention is fantastic, it is the best, always the best actually. But we are not able to create the desired impact. So this gap between intention and impact has to be continuously understood, and we have to loop it. So I've given this example before and some of you might have heard it. You know, children go out and then come back late. My son comes back late in the evening. He has not called me, he has not informed me. So when he comes home, my first reaction is, blah, 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 why did you come late? You never informed me. Your phone is always switched off. Why don't you do this? Blah, blah, blah. And then there's food in the kitchen, you eat it, and it's going cold, and I say all these things. Typical teenager that he is, he gets angry, doesn't eat, goes into his room, shuts the door, sleeps off. I feel very bad, I lose my sleep, I don't sleep, and then I'm thinking, oh my God, why did I say this? I shouldn't have said this. Poor fellow, now he didn't eat, he'll be hungry, whatever. All my reactions. Next day in the morning when he gets up, he says, Mama, you don't love me. How you screamed yesterday. I'm so sad. You don't love me at all. Now another set of reaction. I am your mother. How can I not love you? I'm saying all this because I love you. You know how worried I was. You didn't come home on time. And I was so scared because you had also taken the scooter out with you. All that reaction. No use. Absolutely zero value. If you pause, you understand what is my intention. My intention is very simple, that he has to be safe, he has to inform me, and he has to come home on time and have his food. That's a very simple intention that I have in my mind. But the impact it had, the way I conveyed it to him, the impact it had on him was, Mama doesn't love me. She doesn't understand my need to go and connect with my friends. Now here the communication breaks down. Depending on the family structure, some of us will go into silence for 2-3 days. Some of us will fight it out depending on the kind of expression and communication we have in the family. Some families will get polarized, some will take the child into confidence, somebody will fight for the child, somebody will fight against the child, and it gets into a mess. And larger issues will come on the table. Somebody else will also say, my daughter will also say, oh, see, this is what you do always, you don't tell us properly, blah, 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 and you know what, we also need to go out, and that whole thing will get into a spin. Do we want that? No. So before communicating, first of all, be clear about your intention. I could have easily said, Beta, please come back on time. I get worried. If you're not on time and you're not informing me, I really feel worried, which is what I did later. And the rule of the house is anybody who goes anywhere informs, make sure their phone is charged, and if their phone is not having enough charge, then they will also communicate to me the friends whom they are with and their numbers, so that in case I feel anxious, I have a number to call on. So my anxiety is put to rest. My need is served. Their need of going out is also served. And they will also clearly communicate to me whether I should make food, whether I should keep food, whether they will reheat and eat, whatever. So all these communication-based plans are made. The needs are met, and so the fears are handled. Intention is clear, and the impact is also predictable. This is really the essence of communication and the essence of the throat chakra. I read somewhere, and I'm very fond of talking about this. We judge ourselves by our intention, but we judge others by their actions, by their behaviors. We judge ourselves by our intention. That's what's going on within us. But we judge others by what they put out in terms of behavior. The reverse is also true, by the way. Other people also judge us by our behaviors, not our intention. Intention can be known by the other person only when you communicate it. This is what I intended. This is why I did this. Unless you communicate, people do not have all the time access to what you're thinking within. You're not telling them that. So their judgment of you is based on what they see, what they hear directly. That's all they have access to. So today's practice is about clearing the throat chakra, clearing this expression, clearing communication. Identify the people whom you have these communication blocks with. It could be your closest people. Sometimes it is the closest people that we do not speak our mind to or our intention to. We just keep on telling people. And see, really, true compassion is about understanding your needs as well. It's not only about understanding other people's needs. It's also your needs. But effectively communicating your needs to the other person and not expecting that the other person understands by some magic your needs. So speak about your needs. But then obviously the way you speak and the words you use and the calmness with which you convey your needs is very critical. Because as we are talking about it today, the impact is equally important. And this is again a practice. Many of you have gone through these sessions before. And again and again and again, I myself am doing this for the last so many years. It takes time. We cannot arrive at something day after tomorrow. It is a practice. We keep practicing. And we keep understanding, and we keep dropping things that don't work and take the risk once again to communicate. And somewhere we will arrive at that beautiful spot where we can actually convey what we intend. So I wish you well today, and have a wonderful day of discovering your own needs in terms of communication and expression. The people whom you want to communicate with, please sit down and listen to their needs as well, and form this wonderful bond of connection, this wonderful bond of understanding each other's needs and understanding people, what they intend rather than sometimes what they are saying or how they are saying it. Many times we get caught up with the messenger and we don't listen to the message. So truly focusing on the message, that is the throat chakra. That is the beauty of the throat chakra. I will play the music once again for us to relax today. Have a wonderful day, and let's all keep communicating, keep writing. And today, being the throat chakra, dedicate at least a few minutes to music. Sing along with your favorite songs at least for 10 to 20 minutes today. Allow the throat chakra to expand. All the best. Have a wonderful day. Lots of love.